All right, I'm gonna try something here using a setup that I had in my Stitch Studio. Now, I want to show you this really quick method that I have, and I tried doing it, I tried doing it before with just talking about it, but that doesn't seem to help. So we're gonna try this with the camera. Now, I have my floss and my needle, and I use the loop method to start. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to start right here. And wherever you're working, you start where you are, and you just come up. And this is the sewing method. So I'm gonna start and come up right here. Here's the 4 holes. And I want to stay on top of the work. It's called the sewing method. And I move from left to right. I'm left-handed, so this is the fastest way for me. And whatever your fastest way is, your fastest direction is to stitch, you'll figure that out. But this is how I do it. I come up, I'm doing the loop method. I start it on the lower left. I hope you can see everything. Okay, and I'm just going to turn this and get it to the right distance. Get my loop right where I want it. Okay, that's good. I'm just going to put that back. Now, I'm going to, came up from there. I'm going to go start my X, go down, and then secure the loop. Okay, that's the first stitch. There. Now, we're ready to stitch. See, we're in camera. Okay. Now, I've got the first half of the stitch right there. Now, I'm going to come up on the lower right side of that. Okay, I'm going to come up. And to continue going, I'm going to go on the left top and come out the right top of the next square, like this. And the trick is to make sure that you get the holes correctly. Hold on. What am I doing? Okay, hold on. No, wait, I'm on the top. So I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna come out. So I'm gonna put my hand underneath. I have my hand underneath, holding it. It's in a frame, but it's not being held. It's just there, and I come out that hole. No, okay, I'm gonna go in this hole. I'm gonna come out the right top hole of the next square, and that will complete that first X and get me set up to start the next X. So then I go down to the left bottom and come out the right bottom of that. Now, here's the tricky part. You go to the left top of that square and you're gonna move over to the right top, right? The right top hole right here. You're gonna feel for, there it is, right there. See what I did? Can you see that? I went in the left top to complete that X. I'm coming out the right top. So I'm moving across that way. Then I go down to the left bottom and come out the right bottom of that square to set me up for the next. I go in the left top to finish that X, and yes, we're going to the right top of the next square. Okay, come down to the left bottom to the right bottom, to the left top, to the right top of the following square. I want to make sure I get that hole. Okay, whoop, got caught here in my needle minder. There. Okay. And my hand's underneath here. It's kind of holding it. It's kind of like quilting, hand quilting, if you've ever done that. it's like the rocking motion. You use the hand underneath to guide the needle. So it comes out right in the hole. Right? Got that. In the top. Now, I'm going to move down. So where do I want it to go? I would say right here. Let's try that. So we're going to go in the top left, and we're going to, what it looks like now is the bottom left of the square that you want to come out on, which in this row is there. Okay. So I want to do that. Now, here's the tricky part. I'm going to turn the work so I can continue stitching from left to right on this row. So then I go to the bottom left, bottom right, and we just continue on the way we have been. Top left, and then the top right of the following square to move along. Bottom left, bottom right, in bottom left, out bottom right. And again, I'm using my finger to underneath to guide the needle to come out in the proper place. There. And the next square, we go on the top right. There. I hope you can see that. Okay. Bottom left, bottom right, top left, top right. Do you see that? We skipped over the top left. We went over to the top right of the following square. And then we go bottom left, come out bottom right. Whoop. Kind of rock it a little bit. And use that finger underneath to push up. And we find the hole. Oh, that's not it. There we go. There. Make sure you get all your holes correctly, because that makes a huge difference. Oh, wait a minute, sorry, I did that wrong. I need to go over here to the right. There. See? Now we go left, bottom, right, bottom. And we go left, top, and then the right top of the following square. And there you have it. Now I'll just stitch in real time, real speed. So I'm gonna go up here. I'm gonna come up, right there. Okay. And I'm gonna flip the work. Not flip, turn the work, excuse me. That's turning, not flipping. I only flip when I have to tie off or start a loop. Okay, hopefully this will. Okay, now I have to go down, so I'm just gonna, sometimes that happens. Basically go in and feel for the hole there. Now we're ready. The trick is just to place it in the right holes and keep moving. So I'm gonna go to the other square, and then you're just right back where you need to be. And then you go bottom left, bottom right. Okay. I think you have the idea now. I basically just either listen to a book or silence even. Silence is awfully nice. So, this is the sewing method, and I'm on Aida. I've never tried it on, oh, I have tried it on Lugana. It works, you know, once you get your rhythm down, because you're doing two squares. Okay, this one's a little different. This one, I either want to skip over it, but this I don't. I want to, I think what I want to do is go down and then come up again, fill this in, and then move along. Move down like that. That's your personal choice. This is my choice that I'm making. And then I can just do this area at one point. So it's a tricky business here. Let's see. I want to come down here and just move along. And then, let's see, how am I going to do this? Okay. I did that wrong. This is a little trickier. I haven't run into this yet. So what I'm going to do, first of all, is move this needle minder because it keeps catching on that. And I'm going to undo this. I'm going to unstitch this. Okay. Now I'm going to come up here. I'm going to come up there because I want to finish that stitch. Okay, now I can put my hand under and just proceed on like I would normally. I'm going to go down to the next square and just keep stitching. But this is really fast. I mean, I'm finding it's a lot faster than it was when I was just doing, you know, going straight down, straight up. A lot less repetitive motion, I find. So my hands are real happy about that. I don't have any cramp in my hands. It's just, and I don't hold on to the needle terribly tight. I don't do that. I'm a retired phlebotomist. So this is a lot like, I hate to say this is probably going to make people squirm, but you know, when you're drawing blood, sometimes it's not so easy and you have to kind of move the needle around just a little, you know, and it reminds me of that. Hopefully you don't have to do that. Hopefully you can feel for the vein and it's pretty easy, but this is a skill set for sure. And I do prefer sharp needles. I use, let me see if I can find a set it out. At the end of this, I'll try to find a set. I'll list the needles I use. I like them sharp because I like them to go in the holes. The round ones, I was just having a big problem with. I like the needles to be sharp. I like the petite needles. I like the black ones. They're very smooth, and I forget what they're called, but I will post pictures of them if I can. I'm trying to get my computer fixed. My computer, oh, that wasn't right. Okay, let's get that back. There. Now, I hope you can see all this. I will be looking and checking this before I put it out there so that you're not subjected to. Okay, now we're getting into the realm of the bunny. So what I want to do is go up. So I'm gonna take my needle, get that hole right there. By the way, I was a very good phlebotomist. I was very good at what I did. I had an excellent touch, and I loved the work. I liked helping people. I never got stuck, ever. In 15 years of doing that, I never once got stuck. Thank God. And, really enjoyed it. I was lucky enough to work with some really good doctors. Not work with, but work for some really good doctors. I mean, I'm not a nurse. I was a medical assistant, a certified medical assistant. But it was a very fine profession. And I found that there are a lot of really fine medical assistants in the world. Okay, now I'm going to go up. So I'm going to, let's see here. Okay. I want to come up here in the top right of the square above. Too high. Okay. There. That's the hole. You can basically feel where the hole is. Now I'm going to turn. So as you can see, the stitches are really nice. I don't really have a problem with the way my stitches look. There are places where I wasn't doing the sewing method and things got a little weird, so I may or may not rip those out. I don't know. But this is a really fun. I'm really proud of myself that I actually made a pattern that is fun to stitch and pretty. And I think it can be done in any number of combination of colors. You know, it's really your taste. This one happened to work. I'll probably try other. You know, maybe a dark pink and a light pink, you know, could be variations of color, could be a lot of things, you know, whatever works, whatever colors are your favorite. Trying to sew this while on camera is really fun. I hope this works. I can't really see what you're seeing yet. I think you're in camera. I think you are. What I can see of you are on camera. So I hope I haven't screwed this up. It's hard to tell. But this is really the best I can do. See there? All right. Last of this row. But it goes very fast. Now, here's the problem. Okay, I'm just going to take it down and turn it. And I want to come up. Okay. Now, let's come up here. In the top right of there. Right there. Okay. Now I'll put my hand under there. And rock it over from the left bottom to the right bottom. There. You see how I'm using my finger to push? It is the same rocking motion you use in hand quilting. Definitely. I might actually be able to try some hand quilting after this. This has really gotten me into it. There. A The light just got in my way. Ouch. Oh, I just poked myself. Ooh, that was an interesting thing. There. Okay. I better pay attention to what I'm doing. We don't want blood stains on the cross stitch. Not that there would be, but get that. Oh, there. All right. There. Now I want to come up here on the right top corner. There. Bottom left. Oops. Bottom left. The rocking on this is really key. There. And I find I don't need the railroad either. Got myself into a position where I had to just bring it down. Okay, let's try this. Oh, that's because I'm going the wrong direction. I'm like, wait a minute, why am I doing that? Okay. Now I can see here, I've got 2 more squares to go. Okay, put my hand under there. I hope you're stitching with me. It's a lot of fun. Be sure and hit the subscribe button because I'll do a lot more stitching videos if this works out. If you like this sort of thing. Let's see here. There. All right. Now, how's that look? Ta-da! Now I want to come over here. Let's do this way. But I have a lot of stitches over there. So I'm going to flip. And I'm going to travel in the back down here. So I'm just going to take it down through these stitches. You see that? That way. Ta-da! I'm going to flip it back and pull on that there, right there. Okay, so what I want to do is start right here. Right. Let's see, let's start right here. And I'm going to turn the work again, I can tell. Okay. Turning. There. Now I can go left to right. Put my hand under there. And I have to go down for the first stitch. I can see that. I never get it right. The left top over to the right top of the following square. The next square. Left to right bottom. Ouch. Yeah. And then, oh, wait a minute. Okay. Everything's in the way. It's hard to see. Okay, here. Now I'm going to rock it over to the right top of the next square. Okay. It takes a certain amount of patience, these holes there. Like I said, the trick is to get it in the proper holes, because then your stitches look so neat. Okay, now, as you can see, I have a big, long line of stitches. I have to go through that. So I'm going to go straight down, and I'm going to do what I did before. I'm going to go through those stitches. I'm going to travel on the back. Okay. I'm going to go through these stitches right here. Okay, that's what I do. Take my needle just under, kind of weave in and through them, just to kind of get through there. There. Okay. Then I just pull it on through. I'm traveling. And I go back. All right, I am right where I need to be, so I can turn, so I can continue on left to right. Okay, right here, right in this area. Finish that line. Okay, upper right hand corner. Pull those threads back so I don't double them. Are we in camera? In frame, as they say. Let's see here. Caught on something. There. Is that right? Okay. Just kind of brush it down there. Oh, it doesn't seem. Is that right? Yeah, it is. Okay. Go over to the right one. For some reason, it just didn't look right, but it was. Ouch. I'm short-waisted, so it's really hard for me to bend like this for any length of time. So I'm going to finish this line, and then we'll end this for the day. But this gives you an idea of what this method is. It's very, very, very fast. I always wondered how these women get all this stitching done. It's like, oh, they have little tricks. And you come up with it after you do it for a while. You just kind of make your own tricks, I think. I think it all just comes into place. It's just whatever, like they said on one Facebook page, they said, whatever works for you. You know, and there are no steadfast rules as long as it looks pretty. That's the bottom line. And the way to make it look pretty is just hit those holes. Just make sure you hit the holes. That's the way forward. There. And that's it. All right. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this live stitching of this really fast method, the sewing method, on my original design. It's called A Bunny's Life. And it's all about this bunny, the bunnies in my backyard. We have a burrowing owl, we have bees, we have cardinals, we have squirrels, we have my dog, we have geese, and more bunnies. Lots of bunnies. And they run across my yard at night. So, I hope you've enjoyed this. Have a great stitching day, and thanks for stopping by The Closet Quilter.